We've made it to the last part of the Pedigree project. Off to the right, if you remember, I was doing this for the Ricardos, and I just simplified my page. So here we have Generation 3, Juanita married in, and if you remember from the Punnett square, my previous one, all of the kids in my third generation had to be big G, little g, and the person that marries in needs to be heterozygous, so Juanita's big G, little g. I multiplied it out and put my possible genotypes here. And this couple is the one that I'm counseling, so I just did a drop down with a question mark. So if you come to your information page, I'm going to have to kind of work back and forth between all these pages. Up at the top, you put the genetic condition, so I put Goldbluth's. How it's inherited, mine was autosomal recessive. The last name of the family was the Ricardos. Okay, I'm going to go off to the side. I want it formatted just like I have for you here, the mother. Her name was, now it's not Lucy because I'm on my third generation here. So my mother's name was Juanita, and her genotype was G, capital G, little g, phenotype. Does she have Goldbluths or not? Does not have Goldbluths. Father. Father is Pablo. And now his information is the same, so I'm just going to copy and paste. Didn't work where I wanted it to. That's okay. I'll fix it. So here's my information. This sheet is very, very simple. Probability of passing the condition on. Here, draw the Punnett square for the mother and the father you're genetically counseling. You drew this on your pedigree already, so you can recopy it here. Also write the percentages of each genotype and phenotype. So now it's both. I'm going to put all of mine together. I'm going to right-click and copy it all. We'll see if this works. If not, I'll just have to redo it. Hey, it kind of did. So there's my genotypes. I'm just going to tab in here and say phenotypes. My possible phenotypes for the kids, because it's a recessive disorder. And I had a mistake there. Be careful, because since I started on a new line, what it did was it capitalized me. Like if I hit space here, every once in a while it will capitalize it. So make sure that it didn't change anything on you. Good catch. So now I need to redo that again. Okay, probability of passing the condition on. Now my phenotypes, as I was getting to before, now I don't want it to come with me, stay there. Phenotypes. Because mine is recessive, there's a 3 in 4 chance of not having Goldbluths. 3 out of 4. And then have Goldbluths. 1 out of 4. Alright. Counseling. If I could spell. Sheesh. Alright, counseling. This is where you're going to go through and look at how bad the disease or condition is that you researched, and what the chances are of the child getting it, and decide should they have a couple or not. Really write this out. Think about it. Write it like you're writing to the family. So say I and you, and then here's your checklist to make sure you have everything. So let's pretend that Goldbluths is not fatal. You're just sick for maybe a month, and then you get over it. Alright, so I'm going to say, Dear Lucy and Ricky, I have analyzed your family history. Now again, you should not write it just like mine. Write your own, but I'm giving you an example. I've analyzed your family history. Oops, and you know... So here's mine, for example. Dear Juanita, which I missed a T up there, Juanita and Pablo, I have analyzed your family history. And my habit is when I type, I make mistakes and I go back and fix them later. So I've analyzed your family history according to the genetic tests. Your child has a 25% chance of ending up with Goldbluths. Goldbluths, as you both know, is not fatal, and you are only sick with it for about a month. Therefore, even though your child has a chance of getting the disease, I'm going to go back and fix my mistake, I think it is okay for you to have a child because the disease is not that serious. And then you could sign it off. Now, you could suggest adoption if something is very bad, or if the chances are very high and the disease that you have researched is awful. Tell them, no, we don't think you should have, or I don't think you should have a child. Whatever makes sense according to your probabilities and the condition that you have been researching. If you want me to check anything along the way to make sure you're doing this correctly, I will definitely do that for you. When you are done, staple all 3 parts together in the order that you did them and turn it back in, and turn it in, along with the rubric. That's that long sheet that has all the different gradings on it. If you did not grab one, they are in the bin, so staple one on. It does not matter if it goes on the front or the back, but turn in all 3 parts plus the rubric together.